Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm going to wait a little bit so we can start right now. Just waiting a few minutes until everybody shows up. Just a couple minutes more. So, for the people that are connecting, hi Omar, welcome. I'm just waiting a couple of minutes so the people can connect. Okay, just a couple of minutes more, and we start with this tips of interviewing. Okay, so we want to start earlier. And good night to everybody. Boa noite, Vanderson. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but for everybody that is listening, welcome. I was waiting a few minutes for you to join in, but we have this prepared for 6 p.m. So we are going to start right now. Any questions that you have along this bonus session about the interview prep, you can leave me in the chat, and at the night, how long the chat, we are going to be answering all the questions. Okay. So first, welcome everybody. We are going to talk about today how to be prepared for your future interviews. Okay, so it's gonna be a great night for you to have your paper and your pencil or pen to write all the amazing tips that I'm gonna give you today. So you have to be paying attention for all the tips that I'm gonna tell you today. Okay. Um, well, I'm gonna get introduce myself. I'm Montserrat Viteri. I'm a psychologist with a master's degree in people management in organizations. I have plus 5 years of experience as a recruiter and strategic manager of human talent, and have 2 years of experience in career coaching. So, for you to know me a little bit more. So let's begin with this interview prep that I'm gonna call it like that. The first module, we're going to talk about the before the interview. Okay, what to do before you're going to an interview process. Okay, so before you're going to an interview process, first that you have to do is search about the company. This is the most important thing you have to do. We have LinkedIn platforms like LinkedIn or Glassdoor that you have this all information about the companies, also the web page and all the information that you can manage along the research that you are doing in the company. So, especially I give you an example of Glassdoor. Okay, in Glassdoor you can search about the job. You can know about how's the job description, what the company wants. Okay, also we have this in this part, the company. Okay, you can research a lot about the company, what they do, what are the mission, the vision, the values of the company. That is very important for you to know. Also the rating. Some people that actually gone to an interview in Glassdoor, you have this rating that you can uh, obviously rate the company. So you can see in the rating part. In the reviews, you have also some comments about the people that have been interviewed in the company, and obviously, at last but not least, the benefits that the companies give you for this specific role. Okay, this is the first thing that you have to do. Okay, it's very important because all the steps that I'm gonna say to do are that I am gonna say to you today are connected. Okay, so this first step, it's very important. Okay, maybe you are wondering what, Monsi, but if you are, I don't know, making interview with a sourcer company, okay, that it's like the intermediate company between the company that is looking for the developer and you. Okay, so how I can know about the company? You can ask the person who is interviewing you about the company. So you can search a little bit about more about the company, and also if they can give you an input about the company. That's a very good example for you to do it. Okay, also before the interview, this part is very important. Here I don't want to say like how you have to dress or something like that. I don't have any of that in this meeting. But it's very important for you to know a little bit about the culture of the company. Okay, here is very, very important that you can see how are like they are formal, they are not that formal, they have, I don't know, some kind of a specific ways for dressing, also how you have to manage the communication between the recruiter or the manager that are making you the interview. So that part is very important too, because you have to like screen it and see if you have to, I don't know, like be more formal, or I don't know, yes, be more casual when you're going to the interview. You're going to see that when you research about the company. So this is before the interview. This step is very very important also, because if you go like super dress up, and I don't know, if it's a startup, you're going to say like, I'm not a good fit here. So maybe you have to see all that kind of stuff for you before going to the interview. Okay. Um, the model two, okay, is during the interview. This part is super important because we already search about the company, we prepare, we make our list, our brainstorming about all our achievements, all our projects that we make. So this part is super important. And during the interview is the evaluation process. Okay, so here I wish I would have all the questions for you to know about what are they going to ask you, or I don't know what is the questions usually the recruiters do, but uh, I don't have. So, but what I have is the main skills or competences that the companies usually are searching for. Okay, and these are the most important competences that companies are searching in candidates for now on, especially in developers. Okay, so they are looking for a person who has problem solving skills and critical thinking. Also, communication skills. This part is super, super important. And if you had uh, an interview, okay, you know that communication have to be super assertive and direct, so you can have this really amazing conversation. Also, the competence number three is people and interpersonal skills. Okay, um, self-awareness, self-learning. This is a super important also competence, because you have this learning agility that I also call the self-learning and the learning agility. It's for you to be more like a fast learner, and you can have these skills, or you can adapt more quickly to the company. Okay, also they are looking for accountability, time management, and emotional intelligence. You can be the best solving problem developer, or you can be the best critical thinking developer, or you can be the best developer with all the hard skills, with all the programming languages that you can be or you can have and you can manage. But if you don't have the emotional intelligence for being part of a company, or just being part of the interview, and have this empathy between the recruiter and you, it's going to be hard for you to pass another process. Okay, so this is super 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 important. I think it's my opinion that soft skills are a little bit more important. I don't want like a rate, but I think, yeah, that in some cases soft skills are just a little bit more important, or maybe they can give us more chances or opportunities to have the dream job. So if you are willing, like, to change in your job, or you're willing to change in your career, you have, really, really, you have to manage all your soft skills. Okay, this is very important. You can be the best developer in the world, but if you don't have soft skills, you're not going to have the dream job. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's true. Okay. So, how do you respond during the interview? Some of the people that I've been chatting, right, uh, always said, like, how do I respond to the questions to the interview, right? Like I said before, I don't have the questions that sometimes the recruiter um, wants to answer. Ah, I forgot the word. I don't have the questions that the recruiter do. So because every recruiter is different, okay, and every recruiter makes different questions along the interviews, because we are all human, and we, I don't know, during the interview comes a lot of questions. So how you can respond any question is by the star method. Okay, what is the star method? Is basically, I'm gonna explain to you each letter because it's very important for you to know. The star method is, the S is the situation. You have to tell the situation, you have to tell the context. Okay, this is the part that you are saying, okay, I don't know, how is what is your biggest achievement? Okay, so you have to tell the situation, because the recruiter doesn't know about your company or your experience in a very deep way. So you need to tell her or him the situation. Okay, put them in context. The T is the task. Okay, first you have the situation, right? And now you have the task. The task is how you manage this situation. Okay, how your functions and your projects, or whatever you do, manage the situation. Okay, the A is the action that you took about the task. Okay, and the R is the result that you have or you don't have. And you can, if you say, okay, Monsi, I don't have a result because the project is ongoing. Okay, perfect. Here you can close, no, not with a result, but you can give them learning that you have, or yeah, or something like you said, this is important to tell you that I've been doing along the project. Okay, so you can have a result, or you can close it with a learning part. Okay, here I'm gonna tell you two questions, and if you can answer me in the chat for you to be part a little bit of the call. What would you say if I tell me a little bit about yourself? What would you say? I don't know if you can answer. Okay, I think we can wait for somebody. Nope. Okay. So, in the question, tell me about yourself. What the recruiter want to know, it's not your personal life, not at all. What the recruiter want to do is to know how you are like a match in, especially in the position that they are looking for. Okay, so be careful about the language that you're using. remember that the words that you're saying are super powerful, so you have to be prepared for this question. You can use your personal pitch. If you don't have, you have to make it right away. And also, don't take too long for this answer. You can maybe take 2 or 3 minutes to answer this question, because you have to be assertive when you are talking to people. Okay. Also, what is your biggest, oh, here, I have a calm person and I engage person. I will describe I did a certain language, but something different, not common. Yeah, exactly. You can answer that. You can have like, um like Omar said here, you can answer like something different, and you can, I don't know, if you are applying for a Python, I don't know, a Python position, you can have this page, or this beginning of the answer, saying that you are, I don't know, a developer with plus 5 years of experience. Okay, so maybe that's how you can manage the first question. And the second is, what is your biggest weakness? Here, usually, it's super, super common that, this is a tricky question, actually, because nobody in an interview wants to show you your weakness, right? Because we want to show like we are the perfect candidate to be part of it, or to be part of your company. So, yeah, it's super tricky question. But we have to answer also. So, here, this I have some tips for you to say. um, you can take a weakness that can be acceptable, um, nor a weakness that can describe the job description. Okay. Because if you say, I don't know, I'm not an expert in Python, I don't know, I have this programming language in my mind right now. uh, so, obviously, if they're searching for Python, they're not going to give you this opportunity. So that's why you have to take a weakness that can be, I don't know, about a project, okay, that you have, or I don't know, like an ability that you are like developing, or also you can talk about the soft skills, okay, that you're learning, because soft skills are amazing. And especially in the part that you can, yeah, you can transform and you can evolve these soft skills. So if you can say like, I don't know, I am getting better in being organized, okay, because I don't know, I've been a little bit distracted with a lot of I don't know, tasks that I have. So I have to be more organized. Okay. So this is a thing that the recruiter is okay. You have a weakness. You're a human. Obviously, you have a weakness, but you can also said, okay, perfect. This you can you're managing this. Okay, you can be like pushing it through. Okay, so that's the weakness you can tell. Yeah, this part, it's super important. The model three, it's the closing part of the interview. Here I'm gonna give you some questions, and the most important, the salary negotiation. Okay, here in the closing questions, especially, you have to do the closing questions. You have to ask. You have to remember that an interview is a double way. Okay, it's not only the recruiter asking Monsi, no, it's two parts. Usually do this with all my with all my coaches, and I said like the interview is like really like a date. like you're dating with somebody and you have this I don't know, you are asking questions, right, to get to know better the person that you are dating, right? Yeah, it's the same thing here in interviews. So you have to ask questions because it's super uncomfortable to see like I'm been talking like 45 minutes or half an hour and you don't have any questions. It's like, wow, like it's super important to make questions here, and this is the part of the closing of the interview. So I have four type of questions that I'm going to give you to you today, and is the questions about the company. Here you have like questions about the culture, about the mission, about the values of the company. Okay, you have to ask this because maybe you cannot make fit with the culture. So you can have and you can be like, okay, I don't want to work here, I don't know, okay, because of the values and the culture of the company. So you have to ask some questions about the company. Okay, also the second is the questions about your team. Okay, I don't know, you can tell me a little bit about some project that it has been successful in your team, or what is the main project that the team has in these days and how I can be part of it. Okay, you have to research about the team also, because you can be a part of, I don't know, at the beginning they could said like you're gonna have five people that are reporting you, and at the end it's not your team. So you have to be aware of what is really the structure of the company. Okay, and what are also the main functions that the team has, and what are obviously the functions that your position has. So here's the third, that is the questions about the position. Okay, you have to be clear about this, because I don't know, maybe they say you are going to be doing A, and then they say, oh no, you are going to be doing B2. Okay, so you have to be clear about the position of the job that you are applying. Okay, and the last one, but is nonetheless super important, is the question about your needs. Okay, because some people, I don't know, you hate micromanagement and you have a boss that micromanage everything. So you have to know that you're going to have that kind of boss in the company. Okay, or maybe I don't know, you enjoy being work and balance, right? How to manage the home office, or how to manage the balance between work and family. Okay, that's a very important question also to work with. And if you are, I don't know, interested in well-being, I don't know how the company manage the well-being of their, or of their team, or of their, I don't know, of their employees. So you have these questions for you to answer. Okay, one question that I'm gonna give you to you is, what will make the difference between doing an excellent job, sorry, doing a good job and doing an excellent job for this role? Okay, you can make this question and see what the manager or the recruiter answer here, because you can have, okay, maybe I'm doing a good job but I'm not doing an excellent job. So what I have to do to be an excellent, I don't know, employee. The second question here you can ask is, what is the biggest challenge Yeah, what is the biggest challenge that you have in this position? Okay, that can be the another question here. Number three, I don't know, looking forward the future 6 months, how will you know you hire the right person? Okay, you have to make this, you're going to be, and you're going to have a lot of information about the company in here. Okay, also, I don't know, it occurs to me, another question is, what does the growth trajectory look like in this role? Here you can have the aware of what are you going to be, the trajectory that you are going to have in this position. So it's very important for you to know also. Okay, and the important part also, it's the salary negotiation. Okay, what to do and what not to do here. It's I'm gonna to begin with what not to do and don'ts. This is typical for answer, sorry, a question about salary negotiation. It's, I don't care about money. I just want the job. That's a very big lie, because if you don't want the money or you don't care about the money, right? You can be working for free. So you do not say this. Do not say this. It's not a good idea. It's like facing at first, like, I'm not important, my job is not important, my experience is not important, my, I don't know, studies are not important, and I don't care about the money, I just want to work. Okay, money represents in a kind of way, yeah, the payment, yeah, right, of what you've been working, your work experience, your study. So you can say that you don't care because it's part of it. I don't know if I mess you up, but I think this part is very important. Also, you cannot bargaining the part of your salary expectations. You have to be secure about what you need. Okay, and here I'm gonna like link with the do part, what to do, because it's part of the bargaining. Here, I recommend you here, know your numbers first. Okay, and how to know your numbers? You can have like a three types of numbers. The first one is like your dream number. Okay, you here you can buy you anything, you can save money, you can pay all your debts, I don't know, and you can live very well. Okay, this is the dream number, and it's okay. The middle number, okay, here you can live well, you can pay your rent or your debts. It's a normal paycheck. And obviously the not negotiable number, that is, you can't pay your rent, you can't, I don't know, buy your food, you can't live. Okay, because it's too little for you to live. So here it's the most important thing for you: do not bargaining your salary negotiation. You have to know the intermediate level between the dream number and the middle number for you to have a salary negotiation here. Okay, and also you can here said, okay, perfect, I can see how much the company have of budget, and this is my limit, the middle number is my limit, but I can negotiate between the middle and the dream number. Okay, and I also recommend, do not show your cards first. Here also you're gonna say to me like, Monsi, I can do that because every recruitment process, or every recruiter is asking me about the salary. And it's okay. I know that I've been a recruiter, so I always asking about what is your salary expectations. So you can manage along the way, like this part of the card for you to know first um, their budget. Okay, you can change the game, and you can set like, okay, I can negotiate. Okay, and tell me a little bit about your budget. Okay, that could be an answer. And I don't know, they are saying, okay, I'm giving you 5K month. Okay, and you said, okay, perfect. And obviously you make already the exercise of knowing your numbers. So you are going to say, oh, okay, 5K, it's my middle number, so I can live with that. It's okay. And you said, okay, perfect. We can negotiate, or we can negotiate 5.5K monthly. I don't know. Okay, you have to do this. But most important here in the negotiation, it's the communication. You have to have a very assertive communication in this part, because if you don't have a really good communication here, you're not going to end the negotiation. Okay, and also you have to be super confident about what are you going to do. That's why you have to do first the exercise of knowing your numbers. Okay, the model 4 is final tips. It's my final recommendations in this uh, in this well, I forgot the word. But this is my final tips about the interview prep. It's you have to be prepared with your elevator pitch. Some interviews are really quick, not because the people that are in the other way doesn't want to hear you. No, it's because they have a lot of work to do. That's why you have to impress. And how we can impress, like in the first minutes of the interview, having an elevator pitch. Okay, this is super important. The body language is also a main issue here, because I don't know, you are in an interview. Also, we are working remotely, and you said like, okay, I don't know, she doesn't see me. I don't know, I'm gonna turn off the camera. Or you, I don't know, don't see the recruiter to the eyes. This is super important, because body language said a lot of, if you're interested, you're not interested, if you like the position, if you don't like the position. So you have, I recommend you to like see the first quarter of your body, like from the chest to the head. Your face is straight, nothing else in the back for distracting the recruiter. And have a body language, but a body language that it's not like, I don't know, being like this, like, I don't care, or like this, or I don't know, doing weird things with the hands. Okay, you have to be straight. Okay, this the body language when you are straight, or when you are like with the where your shoulders to the back, it represents more confidence. So you have to be like super straight, and seeing always to the recruiter to the eyes. Okay, remember about the body language. Also, do not use short answers like yes, no, mm, eh, okay, okay, yes, because it's not going to work. In the interviews, usually we want to know a lot about you. We want to know if you make the match with the company. So do not use short answers because it's super frustrating for the recruiter for you to know you that it's the main reason of the interview. Be confident, and your body language makes you more confident, but be confident that and this part is super, super, super fun. If you pass to an interview, believe me, a recruiter never gonna call you for an interview if they are not considering you for the position. Okay? Even if you don't win the process or get the job, you are in the final part of the process. Recruiters have so many interviews during the days that they don't make interviews just for, I don't know, get to know each other. No, they really make the interviews because they think you can be part of the position. So you have to go with this thinking, right? And change your mindset and say, okay, I'm valuable, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna be part of it. They believe that I can be part of it. So this part, you have to change the mindset and say, okay, the company wants me, the company needs me, okay, needs my knowledge, needs my, I don't know, studies, and you can be like more confident in that way. And the last final tip, it's the superpower pose. The power pose is a method that usually surgeons do before before a procedure, okay, an operation, and they I'm gonna like do the power pose. You can see me, like, you can do this. I don't know if you can see me, okay, like the power pose, literally like Superman, and you can be like this for 5 minutes. This is going to give you a lot of confidence. It's the body language again. So I think this is my last tips. And if you have any questions, I'm just reading right now. Uh, uh, mm, Omar, Monsi, normally recruiters tell you that they cannot offer yet because this or that, because they... yes, yeah. Yes, it's super important. Yeah, it's what I said. Sometimes the recruiter also don't know about the budget. They can change your mind, or the company can change their mind. So that's why it's so important for you to do this part, or do this exercise about your numbers, knowing your numbers, and saying, okay, perfect. What is your budget? If the recruiter said, okay, I cannot offer yet because we don't know about the budget, but we want to know your salary expectation, you're gonna make the numbers and said, okay, I'm gonna give you 6K, and my dream number is 8, and my middle number is 5, but I'm going to negotiate the 6K or the 7K, I don't know. And you can by that you can make, okay, this is working, right? And maybe the recruiter said, okay, Omar, I don't have that kind of budget. Or maybe they can say, yes, perfect. It fits with the budget that I already have, and you have a negotiation that it's above what you have been earning before. So yeah, with pleasure. Whether currents don't like to say salary, because that's a very good question of Anderson. Um, because sometimes in the company they can yeah, they can rebudget or they can manage maybe a good profile, but that can be more expensive, and I don't know, like making the win between, I don't know, if they have a budget of 8K and you match perfectly with the position, and you are, I don't know, saying that you want 6K, they are saving 2K monthly. So yeah, that's why usually you don't say the salary expectation or the budget that the company have. Or maybe in some cases also they don't know the actually the budget that the company have. So you can say the salary. Also in some cases we have here a lot of scenarios, and also you can have I don't know, a confident client that they don't want to say the salary until you are in the last part of the process. So they can be also that kind of way. Okay, I don't know if anyone else has any question. I'm gonna drink a bit of water because um, I've been talking a lot. Okay. If you don't have any question, this will be recorded also in our Awana page. So you can come back to this video anytime you want. With pleasure, Banderson. And you can come back to this and you can practice, I don't know, the question, the star method. You can practice also the know your numbers, okay? And make the perfect interview in this part. Okay. Um, I'm glad that you like this. Be prepared for your future interviews. I'm your career coach, and you can Slack me with you if you have any questions about how to be or how to manage an interview. Okay. Thank you, everybody who joined, and see you soon in the next bonus session. Bye, everybody. Thank you.